Our next speaker has been part of the Rotary since 1978 as as a Rotary International Exchange student sponsored by the Rotary Club of Cebu South. She has a business degree from the University of the Philippines, Cebu, and took up postgraduate marketing courses in the Asian Institute of Management. As the first lady president of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, she was later elected to the district governorship for District 3860 during the Rotary year 2016-2017. Her Rotary International record features a number of impressive highlights. As an Eagle President for Rotary year 2001, she was recognized as one of the four most outstanding Eagle Club presidents of the world, besting 30,000 Eagle Club presidents that year. She was the only lady president and only Asian Rotarian to receive such distinction and accolade from the Rotary International. She is a Hall of Fame Rotarian of the Year awardee of the Rotary Club of Cebu Fuente, a multi-awarded District 3860 officer, a Major Donor Level 1. She served in a number of important Cebu organizations. She served as a board secretary of the Cebu Chamber of Commerce and Industry for 3 years. She is a director of the Philippine Red Cross Cebu chapter. She is a member of the Regional Advisory Council for Police Transformation and Development. She is a commissioner of the Cebu City Tourism Commission. Her professional career is equally impressive. She is the president of the Out of Home Advertising Association of the Philippines, Cebu chapter. She is the president and CEO of Alcordo Advertising, the pioneer in outdoor advertising and signages in Cebu. In 2018, she has focused on end polio now positions on behalf of Rotary International. She is currently the End Polio Now coordinator for Zone 10A for Rotary years 2020 to 2023. Fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome past District Governor and End Polio Now coordinator, Mary Ann Mayan Alcordo Solomon.
My respect to District Governor Jess Sama, District Governor-elect Willie Sarafica, DRFC and District Trainer past District Governor JP Kadaing, incoming DRFC past District Governor Dennis Go, District Polio Coordinator Carla Espinosa, esteemed past District Governors and Governors, fellow Rotarians, protocol observed. Good afternoon, maayong hapon, magandang hapon. I'm very happy to be part of your business, and I am talking about a topic close to my heart, polio. I'll be holding this position for the next 2 years, so you'll see me around. Nevertheless, before I proceed to the topic proper, allow me to introduce the international team as well as the zonal and district team for End Polio Now. Our senior leaders are as follows. The chairperson for the End Polio Now Countdown to History is no less than Trustee-elect past Rotary International President John Germ. Vice Chair is past Rotary International Director Robert Hall. Co-chair is Rotary International President nominee Jennifer Jones. And the chair for the International Polio Plus Committee is past Rotary International Vice President Mike McGovern. For Zone 10A, as you know, Zone 10A is composed of the 10 districts in the Philippines. The team is composed of Regional Rotary Foundation Coordinator, past District Governor June Farcon, Endowment Major Gifts Advisor, past District Governor Jesnick Dow, and yours truly. And for our zone Polio Committee, we have Deputy for End Polio now is past District Governor Ernest Uyek, and to serve as Secretariat is outgoing District Polio Coordinator Ricky Andres. Our milestone, it has been 41 years since the first polio drop was given to a Filipino child by then Rotary International President James Bomar in the Philippines. And it has been 21 years since the Philippines was declared polio-free by WHO. And now we go to the polio updates. This is the overview of my presentation today. I'll give you the current status, historic progress, current status of polio, and challenges of polio eradication in the context of COVID-19. How polio resources are supporting the response, programmatic implications, fundraising, and how to get involved. I'll talk to you about the funding requirements and your roles in the effort. So what is polio? Poliomyelitis or polio is a paralyzing and potentially fatal disease that still threatens children in some parts of the world. Polio virus invades the nervous system and can cause total paralysis in hours. It can strike people at any age, but mainly affects children under 5. Polio can be prevented by vaccine. This is what we're saying. Vaccines work, and the fight to end polio is the proof. So far, there's only one disease that has been eradicated in the world, and that is smallpox. The Global Polio Eradication Initiative partners include the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, WHO, UNICEF, U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and Rotary. And equally as important are the governments of the world, including donor, polio affected, and high risk countries whose support and leadership are needed to carry out polio immunization activities and ensure polio eradication remains a top priority. Let me show you the progress in polio eradication. If you will look at the map, in 1979, polio eradicated in the United States, and likewise, Rotary's polio eradication campaign began in the Philippines. Moving forward, you will see in 1985, 350,000 polio cases in 123 countries worldwide. So what's happening now? As of April 28, 2021, there are only 2 wild polio virus type 1 cases in the countries. 2 countries are left with polio cases, and that's in Afghanistan and Pakistan. And about $850 million is spent to stay this close. Just for your understanding, the acronyms CVPD-V means circulating vaccine-derived poliovirus, and WPV1 means World Polio Type Virus 1. Although with progress, there are also some remaining challenges. Maintaining political and financial commitment of donor, polio affected and high risk countries is also important to secure the will and funding required to finish the job. Rotary is actively involved in government outreach, which we will address later. And finally, we must sustain the hard-won progress we have made to date. So what challenges am I talking about? First, we've seen the dengue vaxia issue. And because of dengue vaxia, we had lost the confidence of mothers to have their children vaccinated. And lo and behold, when we started to gain their confidence, last year came the pandemic. Last year came coronavirus. So once again, we're picking up the pieces to gain the confidence of the mothers to have their children vaccinated. Let me give you an overview or a summary of what we've been doing so far. 3 billion children have received polio vaccine. 19 million people are walking on Earth who would otherwise have been paralyzed. We have gone 4 years without a case of wild polio virus outside of Pakistan and Afghanistan. Polio Plus has helped with other vaccine preventable diseases, for example, measles. And Rotary's infrastructure and resources have assisted in responding to Ebola and COVID-19. Rotarians have contributed over 1.1 billion to the Global Polio Eradication Initiative. WHO, UNICEF, the CDC, the Gates Foundation, and Gavi are partners. We received 1 billion in matching funds from the Gates Foundation, which we donated to the polio eradication grants. The Gates Foundation will continue to match Rotary's 50 million annually with $100 million through 2023, with a match of 1:2. What have we learned from 2019-2020? 160 of 534 districts gave zero from their DDF to polio. DDF meaning district designated funds. Only 30% of the districts gave. 15,180 of 33,000 clubs gave zero to polio plus. Only 46% gave. 1.1 million of 1.2 million Rotarians gave zero to Polio Plus. About 90% did not give to Polio Plus. Some clubs give for their Rotarians. And you ask, where does our fund go? House Rotary's 150 million was utilized for global grants for polio in 2019-2020. 39%, or about 58.5 million, went to getting vaccines to the children. 24%, or that's $36 million, went to raising awareness. 19%, or $28.5 million, went to the vaccines. 14%, or $21 million, went to detecting disease. And we had 3% that went to the experts and 1% went to research. So what still needs to be done? This is an important question and one that you may be asked often. As we say, polio is only a plane ride away. So to protect the gains we have made and finally eradicating this paralyzing disease, polio immunization activities will need to continue and even intensify. As long as the polio virus circulates anywhere in the world, all children remain at risk. As we say, polio is only a plane ride away. If we stop polio eradication activities today, 200,000 children would be paralyzed within the next 10 years. We must protect our children in the polio affected countries and those who are most vulnerable with weak health systems. Immunization campaigns, community engagement, and disease detection must continue to protect children from polio, even in polio-free areas. This is how we are doing it. We immunize up to 450 million children in up to 40 countries every year. We fund over 150,000 polio workers in up to 70 countries annually. And we continue disease surveillance activities in more than 70 countries. Now for 2021-2022, our End Polio Now fundraising campaign. We continue fundraising because it's essential to protect the gains we have worked so hard to achieve and ensure that we can resume full polio eradication activities. Rotary has committed to raise 50 million per Rotary year for polio eradication. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has pledged to match that 2:1 for a total commitment of $150 million each year. $50 million from Rotary to be matched twice by Bill Gates, so 50 plus 50 plus 50 equals $150 million. We are very pleased that even during the pandemic, Rotarians successfully met the 50 million fundraising goal last year. And I know we can do it this year. We have less than a month to go. We need to hit our target. Contributions to Polio Plus qualify for Paul Harris Fellow and Major Donor Recognition. Contributions of cash and district designated funds will help meet the goals of our fundraising campaign. All clubs are being asked to contribute at least $1,500 and districts are being asked to contribute 20% of their DDF. Clubs who give $1,500 or more to polio will receive a certificate of appreciation that is sent as part of the fund development mailing. Districts that annually give 20% or more of the DDF to Polio Plus will receive certificates of appreciation, and districts that gave 20% of their DDF dating back to 2013-2014 until polio is eradicated is certified and will be recognized on a plaque at the Rotary World headquarters. In addition, the Rotary Foundation trustees have agreed to match the DDF allocation 1:0.5 or 50% from the World Fund up to $10 million a year, meaning your 1,000 DDF donation match 1:0.5 by the World Fund equals $4,500. That will be tripled by the match from the Gates Foundation. So your $1,500 tripled becomes $4,500 contribution to polio eradication. To summarize our polio fund goals, for Rotary Citation, our world goal is to raise $50 million to be matched 1:2 by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So our $50 million becomes $150 million. For the district goals, the clubs are to give 20% of their DDF, which will be matched 1:4.5. And the club goals of $1,500 will be matched 1:2 by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. There's a challenge for next year to increase the donation by 10%. Now, there's also some region citation. As of this year, Rotary year 2020-21, those who donated $1,000 or higher but lower than $9,999 shall be awarded with a recognition pin, and this comes from the regional trustee. On the district level, all Rotarians in the club to give $10 makes them a 100% Polio Plus giving club. Then we are to launch our Polio Plus Society, where each Rotarian is to give $100 every year until polio is eradicated. This district citation is to the discretion of your district governor, and this will also increase the polio giving of the district. Another of the district citations is when we celebrate birthdays. It's so easy to say happy birthday and give a gift. So we will celebrate the birthday of Rotary International President-elect Shekhar Mehta in October, Trustee-elect past Rotary International President John Germ in November, and Rotary's 117th birthday in February 24, 2022. This year, we were able to raise $10 for each birthday. So one district for the birthday of President Holger Canuck, they raised $3,000. One district for the birthday of Rotary raised $7,000. And that's one from a $10 contribution. Then we also have merchandises. Take a look at this catalog. There were so many merchandises from all over the country. Zone 10A, all 10 districts agreed to collaborate and consolidate all their merchandises so they can order from each other and still gain the polio credit or the polio fund that they would like to raise. And we saw so many activities for fundraising. We saw Run for Polio, Walk for Polio, Bike for Polio, Zumba for Polio, and even tree planting for polio. Tree planting, which address as well the area of focus on environment. I know that there are so many ways to raise funds. Wishful thinking, if everyone in your district would give $10, and let's say there are 2,000 Rotarians in your district, easily we can raise $20,000. Involve your Rotar actor as well. Haven't you realized that we have Rotar actors who can afford a commercial glass of coffee, which costs about 200 pesos every month, and they drink even more than one per month. If they can spare two glasses, the budget of two glasses, that's already $10. Rotaract elevated, then they have to step up. Let them give to Rotary. Because if they're less than 40 years old, they benefited from the polio vaccine. That's why they're walking. That's why they don't have polio. Now we look up the topic of raising awareness. How do you raise awareness? Share on social media. We contact local media about your club's efforts. You share the content like your videos, your web stories with your networks, and you hold an event for World Polio Day. These are some examples of public image initiatives. The globe in SMX where End Polio Now logo was beamed. Then you have the bike to ride polio, bike ride to End Polio with the End Polio logo. And you have the mascot of End Polio, and you have the LED boards. And this is amazing. This was shot in your district, I believe, where bangkas were formed into squarish part and the End Polio logo was shown. Now for our End Polio t-shirt, the official End Polio Now t-shirt is the red End Polio Now t-shirt, as shown here in the picture by Rotary President Holger Kanak and President nominee Jennifer Jones. This will be discussed further by your public image speaker, where just to remind you, the End Polio Now logo is exclusive for Rotary. Please do not use the End Polio Now logo for any disease like End COVID Now or End Measles Now. It can't be used. It's just for End Polio Now. So we have to get ready for World Polio Day. And when is that? October 24. We host an event on October 24 to help end polio. We support eradicating polio to inspire awareness and giving to polio. How do we do that? We host an event, we write about it, we share about it, and we view about polio. Now is the time to focus our efforts to learn more, connect more, donate more towards polio eradication. Learn, get informed, and help make polio a subject of conversation in your community. Connect. Most people have heard of polio, but few know that the disease still affects children in parts of the world. You can help by spreading the word. What did I tell you earlier? Polio is a plane ride away. Donate. Every donation helps us in the fight against polio, and ask others to join you. 5 reasons why we must donate to the Polio Plus Fund. Your gift will improve lives. Your gift will invest in the future. Your gift will improve child health. Your gift will lower health care costs. And your gift will make history. These are someone's children in India and Africa. What if these were your children or your grandchildren? What would you do? What would you give? Imagine not being able to stop your child from being a victim. You just saw my grandchildren, Frankie and Leela. That's why I give to polio. And I'm sure you will give too. Smallpox has been eradicated. Let's keep our promise to the children of the world. Let's eradicate polio. We are Rotary, and I want to end polio. In the words of our long-standing partner, Bill Gates, so long as we never give up, then polio does not stand a chance. Our slogan, vaccines work. The fight to end polio is proof. And when asked on how we address COVID-19, this is what you say. The infrastructure created by Rotary and its Global Polio Eradication Initiative partners is already supporting efforts to combat COVID-19. The GPEI recently announced that it is ready to support the rollout of COVID-19 vaccine. Our slogan for this pandemic, in addition to vaccines work, vaccines bring us closer to fill in the blank. Vaccines bring us closer to family. Vaccines bring us closer to a world without pandemics. Vaccines bring us closer to eradicating polio. To recap, Rotary's priority is to end polio. Together, we will fulfill our promise to the children to make the world polio free. And as a reminder, I'd like to show this snippet of the video taken during our training, the Road Leaders Global Initiative. And I am sure that your district governor-elect, Willie Serafica, has heard also the lines spoken by Rotary International President-elect Shekhar Mehta and Trustee-elect past Rotary International President John Germ when they said Rotary's priority is to end polio now. Roll VTR, please.
The Rotary Foundation has set 3 priorities for the year ahead. Our first priority is, of course, to end polio. Those of you that know me personally understand how hard it is for me not to speak more about this topic.
Our historic effort to end polio continues to show progress. With Africa certified as wild polio free, there are now just 2 countries left where children are paralyzed by the wild polio virus. Put your best foot forward to end polio. The children of the world are waiting for you.
I know District 3790 will not fail Rotary. Through the efforts of District Governor-elect Willie Serafica, your DRFC, incoming DRFC, past District Governor Dennis Go, and the indefatigable, beautiful District Polio Coordinator Carla Espinosa, District 3790, together with all of us, will end polio now. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon and to see the fruits of our fundraising and our awareness. Magandang hapon, maayong hapon, good afternoon. Dakal, asalamat.